Hi guys, we're going to start some really fun math this week. It's some of my favorite math. We're going to start telling time. So if you think back when we were still at school during morning meeting one day, we actually talked about this, but I'm going to go over it again. So here's our clock, right? This is an analog clock that has all the numbers on it. There's lots of different clocks. Maybe you want to go on a clock hunt today at your house and see how many clocks you can find. There's a clock here. On your phone, there's a clock. There's a clock on my computer. There's a clock in the kitchen, on my oven, and on my microwave. I actually have a clock on the wall over there. Some clocks are analog, which means they have all the numbers like this. Some clocks are digital, which are like the ones that you see on a phone or on the stove or on the microwave. Those are digital clocks. So we have two different clocks. This is the face. The face of the clock has all the numbers on it, and we talked about that. These are the hands. It's almost like a person, right? It's got a face and it's got hands. How many hands do you see here? 1, 2. There are 2 hands. This hand, the shorter one, is the hour hand, and this longer hand is the minute hand. See how the minute hand is longer? And you know how I like to remember that the short one is the hour hand and the long one is the minute hand? I like to go like this. Uh-oh, where's my marker gone, friends? There it is. If you write out the words hour, you might remember I told us this in class. And minute, which one of those words is longer? Minute is, right? So the minute hand is longer. So it helps us remember that. If you notice, the clock has 12 at the very top and 6 at the very bottom. And the numbers go in order clockwise, right? The hands on the clock move this way. They move clockwise direction, okay? So now that we have talked about how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers on the clock, we have our hour hand is the short one, and our minute hand is the long one, and we have our face. I'm going to play a brain pop for you about telling time to the hour, okay? And Annie and Moby are going to explain it to you because they have fun videos and stuff. So I'm going to share this with you, and then we'll talk about it.
No, Moby, it's not time for lunch yet. Look at the clock. How can you tell time? When you tell time, you look at the little hand first. That's the hour hand. The hour hand is on the 9. Next, you look at the big hand. That's the minute hand. The minute hand is on the 12. So the time is exactly 9 o'clock in the morning. O'clock means of the clock. We go to the computer lab at 10 o'clock and go to the library at 11 o'clock. Moby, those aren't our bags. How do you write the time? Now the time is 3 o'clock. I can write 3 o'clock using words, or write it using numbers and words. I can also write the time using only numbers. Well, first I write the hour, so that's 3. Then I add a colon to separate the hours from the minutes. Finally, I write how many minutes are past the hour. It's exactly 3 o'clock, so there are 0 minutes past the hour. You write the time to 2 places, so I write zeros in the ones place and the tens place. does time change from 1 hour to the next? We've got to wait 1 hour for the lasagna. Well, there are 60 minutes in an hour. And it's 5 o'clock now. It takes 60 minutes for the minute hand to go all the way around while the hour hand moves from the 5 to the 6. So the lasagna will be done at 6 o'clock. Wait a minute. Now I'm a little confused. Well, there are 24 hours in the day, but there are only 12 numbers on a clock. Right, Moby. The hour hand goes around the clock twice in one day. That's why we have an 8 o'clock in the morning and an 8 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock at night is called midnight because it's in the middle of the night. 12 o'clock during the day is called noon. Hey, it's noon now. Grab your lunchbox, Moby. Let's go. Moby, what was that?
All right. So Annie and Moby told us lots of stuff about telling time to the hour. So we know that the shorthand is the hour hand, and anytime the shorthand is on a number, it's telling us the hour, right? So it's telling us the hour is 10, and if the minute hand is on 12, that's o'clock. So this time right here, I have to hold on to the hands because they're kind of wiggly. This at time right here is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. This time right here would be 7 o'clock. This time, ooh, when the hands are straight up and down, it's pointing at the 6, and this one's pointing at the 12. That would be 6 o'clock. Now, Annie said that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So, in 1 hour, this little hour hand goes from one number to the next number. But this minute hand is working fast. And in 1 hour, the minute hand goes all the way around the clock. So which hand is moving faster, the hour or the minute? The minute hand is, because a minute is shorter than an hour. So the minute hand goes all the way around the clock, and that means 60 minutes. Do you know why it means 60 minutes if there's not 60 numbers? Because in between each number, I don't have it on this clock, but there are lines that show 5 minutes between each number. So if I start here, then we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 minutes in 1 hour. So right now we're just worried about the hour times on the hour. So this time the hour hand's on the 2 and the minute hand's on the 12. That means 2 o'clock. You're right. You got it. All right, friends. On Seesaw, there's an activity for you to practice the on the hour time. So remember, if the minute hand is on the 12, that means o'clock. And if the hour hand, whatever number it's pointing to, that one comes first and it tells us the hour. All right, guys. Have fun telling time.